Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dubb video. Today we are talking about the Ghost of Yotei trailer. This just came out today. I've already seen it a couple times, but I just wanted to do a quick little mini analysis and kind of give my thoughts, and maybe we can have a better idea of what the full game is going to be about at the end of this. So I'm going to be pausing throughout, so if you want to see the actual trailer without any interruptions, feel free to go to the Sony account. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Yep, Sony. Alright, so first off I want to note here that this is very cool imagery. We have the half mask with the blood stain in the snow. I mean, nothing too outstanding, right, but still very cool opening shot.
A wandering spirit seeking vengeance.
And of course, if you're at all familiar with the series, you'll know that this is a move that you can actually do in-game as Jin, where you just stab an enemy that's on the ground and then sheath their blood on your arm. It's incredibly cool. So a nice little nod there. So, quick little thing to note here. So we see this old guy walking out of this burning building. We can only assume the main character's name is Atsu. We can only assume that they caused the fire, and it looks like their insignia is this little wolf, sort of yin-yang kind of symbol. And this guy immediately recognized this.
I thought we killed your whole family.
The snake. The Oni. The Kitsune. The spider. The dragon. Lord Saito.
So this is sort of giving us the introduction to, I would assume, the clan that we're going to be hunting down and killing, because from what I can gather so far, this seems to be sort of a revenge story. And so notice that she mentions Lord Saito last, and it shows her face. So this is obviously the most important one to her.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito? I'm sorry. It came to this, little wolf.
So we see Lord Saito talking to our main character here, and yeah, he stabbed her in the shoulder, so obviously he's fucked up. But to me, it sort of seems like he spared her without the rest of his clan completely being aware, since they assumed she was dead. So maybe our connection with this guy goes a lot deeper than we think, and maybe he's not such a bad guy. We'll have to wait and see. So we see the main character here paying their respects to somebody we're not entirely sure yet, and then we see her pet wolf coming along the corner as well, who seems to be a very integral part of the gameplay and story.
Siturainu. Why do you always call me that? It means one who is easily lost in the hunt.
So, I mean, I can only assume, right, since we don't have a lot to go off of, but I feel like the one that we were mourning and paying respects to could in fact be this character here. Not entirely sure what her deal is or her relationship to the main character, but I mean, just kind of trying to put two and two together here. This could be the one that we end up burying, probably early on in the game. Oh, and I also did want to mention too, this shot is an incredible shot. I mean, just the landscape, the lush forest, ice-capped peaks. You'd see the smokestacks here as well, kind of signifying areas of interest in the game. So all around, great shot. This shot as well, with cherry blossom trees and that temple or large village there in the background. Very cool imagery. I mean, not entirely sure where this is in the game, of course, but it seems like an important place. So this shot right here is very cool. I would assume this is a story moment where you're with your buddies and you're going to go take down this little camp, and you see that they're firing like a fire arrow or like a bomb at us. Something I don't think the enemies were capable of in the first game through normal combat. Now, what would be cool is if you can kind of gather your allies and sort of do this whenever, but it's probably just for story purposes. So we get a little glimpse of the combat here. So Atsu is going to be using different weapons than Jin. So she will probably have her sword, as we've seen, but she looks to be having a spear here. Just going right for the gut in this guy. There's blood everywhere. Very cool shot. And then we see her using like these little scythe blade, like chain looking things. They're very cool. See this guy here in the back has like these fire fists. So definitely going to want to watch out for those guys. And we also get a look at the some of the traversal here. So this looks to be like one of the parkour areas that was in the first game, kind of like little temple things that you unlock. Get to slide down the mountain, grappling hook. Another cool feature worth noting is we are going to be able to give our wolf commands, or they might just be naturally helping us out throughout our adventure. Maybe something akin to Far Cry, I would hope. Just like telling them, here, go there, or like, here, go do this part of the puzzle, or something like that. And then we cap off the trailer with Atsu looking at the list that she made in the beginning, with all the names of the clan members. So boom.
To go home. Back where all this started.
So last thing really worth noting here, what they show us here at the end. I would imagine this would have a decent amount of importance since they saved it for the end. So obviously our character's going back to somewhere important, and you get to play as their childhood selves, which isn't incredibly new. I mean, this was something that happened in the first game. To me, this is going to be sort of like a gameplay feature, kind of akin to the hot springs that Jin would go to and kind of self-reflect. I feel like these will be opportunities to sort of explore our main character's story a bit more and get to learn a little bit more about them, and they'll be marked around the map and whatnot. But besides that, that is the entire trailer. There's really not a whole lot to say. It's pretty straightforward. Our character seems to be sort of swept up in the revenge, trying to avenge probably her village or her close family members that were brutally killed by this clan that we need to get revenge on. Kind of sort of like Kill Bill or maybe Sifu, if you're familiar with those stories. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of promise here. Visually, it's amazing. Obviously, it's the best looking Sucker Punch game we've ever gotten. They really seem like they're pushing themselves here with this one. I am slightly skeptical, not because it's Sucker Punch. I mean, I love Sucker Punch. I mean, you know, Infamous, Sly Cooper, The First Ghost, I mean, all great games, but I feel like Sony sequels have not been quite up to standards when it comes to, like, their first entry in their franchises. I mean, I could make an entirely different video about that, but so far from what they're showing in this trailer here, it seems like we're going to get a very good story, and it's going to be very faithful to the original game in practically every way. So yeah, I mean, that's just my thoughts, and then just a quick little breakdown of what we got here. I think they showed a good amount. We got combat, traversal, story. So yeah, guys, and it comes out on October 2nd. So if you're excited, we'll talk about it in the comments. If you are also a little bit skeptical, such as myself, feel free to put that in the comments as well, whatever. But yeah, no, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.